As the Festival of Tabernacles drew near, Jerusalem filled with songs, lanterns, and the memory of wilderness provision. In the quiet of a Galilean home, Jesus' brothers leaned in, urging him toward the public stage. "Go to Judea," they said, "so your disciples there may see the works you do. No one who wants to become a public figure acts in secret. Show yourself to the world." For even his own brothers did not believe in him. Jesus answered them, "My time is not yet here. For you any time is right. The world cannot hate you, but it hates me because I testify that its works are evil. You go to the festival. I am not going up to this festival because my time has not yet fully come." After his brothers had left for the festival, he went also, not publicly, but as if in secret. Now at the festival, the Jewish leaders were watching for him and asking, "Where is he?" Among the crowds, there was widespread whispering about him. Some said, "He is a good man." Others replied, "No, he deceives the people." But no one would say anything publicly about him for fear of the leaders. Not until halfway through the festival did Jesus go up to the temple courts and begin to teach. The people were amazed and asked, "How did this man get such learning without having been taught?" Jesus answered, "My teaching is not my own. It comes from the one who sent me. Anyone who chooses to do the will of God will find out whether my teaching comes from God or whether I speak on my own. Whoever speaks on their own does so to gain personal glory. But he who seeks the glory of the one who sent him is a man of truth. There is nothing false about him. Has not Moses given you the law? Yet not one of you keeps the law. Why are you trying to kill me?" "You are demon-possessed," the crowd answered. "Who is trying to kill you?" Jesus said to them, "I did one miracle and you are all amazed. Yet because Moses gave you circumcision, you circumcise a boy on the Sabbath. Now if a boy can be circumcised on the Sabbath so that the law of Moses may not be broken, why are you angry with me for healing a man's whole body on the Sabbath? Stop judging by mere appearances and instead judge correctly." At that point, some of the people of Jerusalem began to ask, "Isn't this the man they are trying to kill? Here he is, speaking publicly, and they are not saying a word to him. Have the authorities really concluded that he is the Messiah? But we know where this man is from. When the Messiah comes, no one will know where he is from." Then Jesus, still teaching in the temple courts, cried out, "Yes, you know me, and you know where I am from. I am not here on my own authority, but he who sent me is true. You do not know him, but I know him because I am from him, and he sent me." At this, they tried to seize him, but no one laid a hand on him because his hour had not yet come. Hearing the crowd's whispers growing louder, the chief priests and the Pharisees sent temple guards to arrest him. Jesus said, "I am with you for only a little while, and then I am going to the one who sent me. You will look for me, but you will not find me, and where I am, you cannot come." The people asked one another, "Where does this man intend to go that we cannot find him? Will he go where our people live scattered among the Greeks and teach the Greeks? What did he mean when he said, 'You will look for me, but you will not find me, and where I am, you cannot come'?" On the last and greatest day of the festival, as the water-pouring ceremony reached its climax, a symbol of God's provision in the desert and a prayer for future rains, a hush fell over the crowd. Jesus stood and said in a loud voice, "Let anyone who is thirsty come to me and drink. Whoever believes in me, as Scripture has said, rivers of living water will flow from within them." By this he meant the Spirit, whom those who believed in him were later to receive. Up to that time the Spirit had not been given, since Jesus had not yet been glorified. On hearing his words, the people were divided. Some said, "Surely this man is the prophet." Others said, "He is the Messiah." Still others asked, "How can the Messiah come from Galilee? Does not Scripture say that the Messiah will come from David's descendants and from Bethlehem, the town where David lived?" Thus the people were divided because of Jesus. Some wanted to seize him, but no one laid a hand on him. Finally, the temple guards went back to the chief priests and the Pharisees, who asked them, "Why didn't you bring him in?" "No one ever spoke the way this man does," the guards replied. "You mean he has deceived you also?" the Pharisees retorted. "Have any of the rulers or of the Pharisees believed in him? No, but this mob that knows nothing of the law, there is a curse on them." Nicodemus, who had gone to Jesus earlier and who was one of their own number, spoke up. He asked, "Does our law condemn a man without first hearing him to find out what he has been doing?" they replied. "Are you from Galilee too? Look into it, and you will find that a prophet does not come from Galilee." Then the council scattered. One by one, they each went to his own home. As dusk settled over the temple courts, the lanterns faded and the water basin stood still. God's timing moved quietly. Thirst spoke loudly, and the invitation remained. Come and drink.